Hey, it's Big Game James McCarty, sports director at Flag Family Media, here with Dragon offensive lineman Nick Haugrud. Nick, you guys are about a third of the way through the season now. Through 4 games, you're 3-1. Regardless of what happened last week, where would you assess that your team is currently at with that 3-1 record?
I think, we had a down week last week, but I think overall the morales are high. We're really excited for another opportunity this week. And, it's just about getting better week in and week out. And we're looking into this week, thinking 1-0. It doesn't matter what happened last week. We're a good team. So
that matchup against Wayne, I know over really the past decade they've presented issues across the board, but at times they get pressure with 3. At other times they would stunt guys. They would bring guys off the edge. What did you learn as an offensive unit that's going to help you guys progress and improve moving forward from what was really a tough afternoon overall?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we learned a couple of things. We just need to stay on kind of the same level. They were hitting off on a lot of like A games, loops, stuff like that. So I think as an offensive line, we really kind of gained a lot of knowledge with that type of stuff. So it was good reps going into the future.
As an offensive line, knowing that you start 5 of you, but you rotate in 2, sometimes 3 guys into that, does anything really change for you as the starting center? I know at times you've played guard, you've played tackle the last couple of years, but how is that chemistry built up, knowing that at times you have a different guy on one side or maybe even both sides of you?
Big thing is just like knowing everybody's strengths and stuff like that. It's not that big of a difference between 2 different guards or whatever, but just knowing everybody's strengths, how everybody plays is a real beneficial thing for me, and I really like the way that we rotate. So,
a question about your offense as a whole, knowing you've got different receivers, Gage breaking the receptions record in conference play and also the all-time program receiving yards record. Brady Perryman on the verge of the touchdown record. Jack's got 100 touchdowns and 10,000 yards. You've got all these different guys that do things really well. Madden and Carson that fill into their roles. Tremendously. Gavin Lill now is catching passes. As an offensive lineman, what is it like knowing that you're keeping 300-pounders away from those guys so they can go make some really spectacular plays?
It's an awesome feeling. It's amazing to think that if I do my job, that big things happen. So, I take great pride in that, doing my 1/11th on the field. So,
trying to lighten things up just a little bit. I've heard from quite a few parents the last year or two this nickname of Verne. Yeah. Is there a little bit of a story behind it, and can you let us know those viewing?
It's just from the movie Over the Hedge. A guy who's actually no longer on the team anymore, but he thought I looked like the turtle from Over the Hedge, and it kind of just stuck with me my 4 years here. So, yeah.
Out of curiosity, do you have a photo of him in your locker?
I do not. No.
Should we fix that maybe?
Yeah, might need some motivation.
Yeah, maybe like one of those side-by-side images of sorts. All right, as we look ahead now to Duluth, just about everybody in the country that follows Division II football understands what happened when you guys were there last year, right? A massive upset on the final play of the game, that 2-point conversion. At the same point, that was 12 months ago. I know it's not even in the back of you guys' minds at this point. What do you need to do to replicate what happened last year and get a big win over a nationally ranked Duluth squad in conference play, especially in the North now that we're back to divisions?
Yeah, we just got to play our game, kind of tying it back into last week. I think we kind of got out of character for the way that we play the game, and I think just sticking to ourselves and knowing what we can do will really help us.
Awesome. Well, Nick, thanks for a couple minutes of your time. We appreciate it. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Big Game James McCarty alongside Nick Haugrud of the Dragon football team. Have a great rest of your day.